it is the art of being a good entrepreneur. Well, being a good entrepreneur or developing a good entrepreneurial skills practically means that you will be able to communicate with your customers, and then your customers will tell you what they need. So connecting that to this bioengineering field, it means that in addition to be a good bioengineer, you have to also listen to the demands of the society or your potential customers. And then you'll probably have a better chance to have a good product fit, yes. Well, I have some research done on the area of microbiome applications in health and more specifically in the application of machine learning in microbiome studies, and as well, I don't know whether it is really a biocomputing type of thing, but assisted living and connected health. Oh, well, I mean, it's actually hard to imagine the opposite thing. So for example, you have some kind of disease, chronic disease, for example, and then you have some kind of treatment. But that treatment may not align with what you intake as a food. So you can use the services to determine whether the food intake is good, maybe whether the medication you use are in compliance with the other medication you use, and so they can help you with assessing the quality of whatever you intake and the intervals that are best suited for your specific conditions, for example. Well, I think there were like two different paths, and eventually in time they kind of merge. So basically I'm mentoring a few companies now that do the microbiomic research and the connected health services, provide connected health services for assisted living environments. And my entrepreneurial background kind of helped me to do the better support and better mentoring service. It solves problems, and being in a startup is all about finding the solutions for a problem. And bioinformatics actually exists in order to solve these huge problems that many people face. So yeah, it is really exciting to be in a startup that deals with bioinformatic things, yeah. The markets are defined by society demands, by technology enablers, and by the need for the product that you define. So the bioengineering kind of combine those, because bioengineering is closely related to, for example, health issues, and majority of population and societies have some kind of health issues, and obviously it is connected to the technology involvement. So how the technology evolves, it also kind of dictates what is possible to do with that technology. So in that sense, it creates new frontiers and opens even new markets, and not only to fill in the existing market gaps. Both entrepreneurship thinking and entrepreneurship ecosystems in any field needs collaboration, are better if you have this ecosystem of mentors, ecosystem of successful stories, ecosystem of role models, and a supporting hand that can actually. Well, in Macedonia, we have we have a saying, it takes a village to raise a child, so it actually takes also many supporting factors to raise a proper startup. And for that you need funds, and EU is good. If EU decide EU funding decide to support any type of this entrepreneurship adventures, I would say, then they will be needed. In the bioengineering, there's another aspect as well, because you can use this fundings to create bridges between different research groups, and then you can use those bridges to exchange ideas, to present your ideas, to collaborate, and eventually create better product. The basic idea of this collaboration of startups and universities, researchers, are managing to once again bridge two different ways of thinking. In the startup world, everything is about lean thinking, so make mistakes fast. In the research and academia world, everything is about systematic thinking, so create very detailed solutions that take care of every different perspectives and every different features of the problem. So this collaboration may enable to bring best of both worlds. So make mistakes fast, but think in details and find all the advantages and disadvantages of any proposed solution. So I think that would be the main possible improvement coming out of that type of collaboration. Well, not only two different ways of thinking, they have two different ways of seeing the world, and they have quite often they have two different types of value that drives their motivation. So that's why it is important to build those bridges, because quite often these two worlds cannot understand each other. So projects like this actually help build the bridges between those two worlds. So if those two worlds start to communicate more, then I'm sure that more solutions and more successful products will emerge. Trust is a key component in building successful startups. And you need trust among founders of the startup and mentors, or trust among founders and investors. And in the same sense, you need trust among founders and researchers. And maybe if you manage to develop a researcher that also have a motivation to be a founder, then maybe that problem will be solved by itself. But it is not an easy task. And this question is, how do you create the trust between two partners of any type? Between man and a wife. How do you do that? So it is not an easy question. But I agree that the trust is something that and trust is typically built through communication. So if you put them together and if you create opportunities for them to communicate on different topics, not only on the specific research topics or the specific startup building topics, but on many different topics, then this type of trust will probably emerge. This used to be a difficult question, but now it seems that it is quite easy if you want a short answer. So I think AI goes everywhere and data science go everywhere. So more data, more opportunities, more models. But then I would also think that we should not forget the new materials and how they can affect the quality of services in the bioengineering field as well. Also, I would say that For example, it is very exciting what is now happening in this AI-supported distributed labs, AI automated labs. So, for example, for some chemical experiment, typically you might require months to develop a good compound, or for some new material. Now, with the support of this AI robotic automation distributed labs, this time span can be shortened to 1/10, maybe even more of that, and that opens a totally new range of possibilities. So, yes, I think that the challenge or my suggestion would be to include some kind of data scientist and AI scientists in the field, but also to combine it with this local expertise in the local applications. And if we are talking about the commercialization of the product, then of course we have to include the customers as early as possible. Well, I think it will be personalized medicine and personalized drug development, and that includes not only DNA sequencing, but microbiome as well, because they seems to be responsible for these chronic diseases even more than whatever our DNA brings within us. So I would think that this development of this personalized medicine, and even probably the smart cities and development of a better environment for assisted living, not only for elderly people, but for general population, can be something that can have drastical impact. And that's why probably, if an advantage emerges in that field, many startups will try to build upon that and commercialize it.